my gosh. Hey y'all. It's storming outside and they said it was a tornado watch. Long time no see. I posted on my story a few days ago. I wanted to do a Q&A. Y'all, it is storming like crazy and I am about to go to Target. This morning I took a trade, very nice. We took a trade on NQ. Pop it on the screen. You had a very nice demand zone, like around market open. I was literally in and out of this trade. With also on one of my funded accounts on Top Step, I could trade on gold. Now since they have added gold back, gold minis, so that is pretty good. I love the small consistent profits because God said the slow and steady wins the race. You're hasty and greedy, trying to get all you can get in one trade. That's what kind of makes you lose out on the profit. I feel like I'm so grateful for the small wins because still fairly fresh in trading. This is only year one for me, opposed to the people that have been trading for 5+ years. Since it's still year one, kind of low-key still freshly coming out of a 9-to-5. So it's like, okay, if I was making X, Y, and Z at my job at one point, hello, if I see about $600, $500, $800 on the screen after I've hit my 1-to-1, I can make sure I'm not in a negative risk to reward ratio. I'm gonna take it every time. And I don't feel bad about it. But I do, should I turn around and go home? But I do understand that everything is a process and I am going to give myself grace on that. That is something that was on my vision board this year, to sit and hold my trades. You know, if you sit and let your trade hit a full 1 to 2, 1 to 3, whatever the case may be, when you lose out, only be taken out from your profits that you won, that you got, you know, a bag on. I'm coming to Target again. I need a few things, kind of restock on my car, and Lysol wipes, hand sanitizer, things like that. It's like a ghost town in here. Oh my gosh. First question is, how much did I deposit on my first ever live account? In the very beginning of me starting to trade, I was like, girl, I am not about to let you put yourself in a situation where you just irresponsibly blowing money. I definitely irresponsibly blew money on a prop firm, but it wasn't as much as it could have been if I was loading up my live account and blowing those. I got my first payout from Top Step, and then I funded that with some of my work money, like $1,500, but $1,200 of it was from the prop firm, $300 was from my actual working capital. So put that in my live account. Also bought another combine account. Can you do a video on market structure? I already have a video up on my channel about market structure. So yeah, go check it out. Like market analysis, I'll put the thumbnail over here somewhere. How much should I risk for a $50,000 eval? I say 10% of your balance. You are trading on a $50,000 eval. You actually don't have $50,000. You have $2,000. I say at least 10% of your total balance. I do feel like if it's an eval, my advice to that, I go minis. When I am funded and you pass your actual evaluation, try to move to micros. In the beginning, when you are trading, you want to kind of get your mind attaching from the monetary value at first, and of course focus on winning the actual trade. You get the strategy down pat and not more so looking at, oh my goodness, I see $300, let me see if I can get to 500. It shouldn't be more so like that. You should just only be like looking at to master the strategy, to condition your mind as if that was your real money. I said I would give a beginner to someone that's just starting off trading. Definitely take your time. Everybody's journey is going to be different. Having a job or some sort of income when you are trading is like the best thing. Trading takes some input. Realistically, it's not a get rich quick thing. It's not that. So the sooner you know that and understand that trading takes time, it's going to take time for you to see your input, you'll be better off because you're not rushing the process, giving yourself grace, giving yourself time to really focus and intentional with your journey. It's beauty in the journey, because when I look back at some of my old videos, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What are you saying? What are you doing? And you see the growth and you see it firsthand, it hits that much differently. It's very refreshing to see yourself grow over time. Definitely say give yourself grace, master the strategy, detach from the capital, detach from the monetary value in the beginning, lock in on one strategy and not bounce around to so many different things. It's going to be certain strategies that's not going to work and that's less probability. I feel like it's a lot of strategies out there that definitely works, but I definitely feel like locking in on one and focusing up on one is the best. That you give yourself time, give yourself some room to focus on one thing. I always tell myself a jack of all trades is a master of none. You're trying to master this strategy, this strategy, you're never going to give yourself time to master that one that you really need to, that's really going to work. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion. That's coming from somebody that was looking at fair value gap, ICC, support and resistance, these things. But I found that supply and demand is kind of like my holy grail, and it's most repeatable, it's structured, it's strategic. Absolutely love it. So what's going to happen is you're going to confuse yourself. It's going to be a time and a place where you see so many different things at one time. Now you have so many different biases and you're missing out on really, really good A+ setups when you don't have to, if you just focus on one thing. If you don't see it, get off the market. If you do, take it, get your capital or get your loss for the day and move on and come back the next day and preserve your account. That's my best advice, straight up. How do I deal with my emotions on drawdown? I sit in them. Honestly, it's kind of sounds cliche or maybe just corny. You're like, okay, I hear this all the time, but it's a real thing. Once you enter the trade, y'all, that's why they have so many projection tools out there. They have a way that you can calculate. That's why you should know the asset total cost per point before you enter the trade, so you can calculate your risk beforehand. The moment you enter a trade, you should know exactly what you're risking. And when you enter the trade, consider it gone. Really not the best thing to say, like I'm being straight up. You have to consider that money gone. Just consider it gone. So when it plays out, you're like, okay, great, you know, it played out. That if you're risking your whole account on that one trade, you probably shouldn't be taking it, and that will make anybody freak out when they see drawdown, because you're like, oh my god, if this hits my stop loss line, I'm done. You don't want that. Make sure that you are risking only 10% of your account. I say this time after time again, risk a small amount per day. It's going to keep you in the game for the long run. You don't want to be risking everything on one trade. You get stopped out, that should only be a small loss. So you will manage drawdown a little bit differently when it's not risking your whole account. I feel like that's the best advice for that. How long did it take me to feel confident in the trades I took and how? That is a really good question. I don't really remember, but I do know that I'm not gonna just lie and just act like I don't get nervous when I enter trades. I do, but I don't take myself out, because nothing hurts worse than taking yourself out of a trade that was supposed to win. Took myself out on drawdown. Now I'm negative 600 because I was trying to avoid a $1,200 win. And then the trade went right up and I would have profited $1,200. What? I cannot fathom that. If I take myself out of a trade, I'm going to be sick. I'm not going to be able to sleep that night, and I'm going to be very upset with myself. So once I stopped doing that, because that's exactly what was happening at one point, I was just like, hey, we're either in it to win it or we're just not going to enter at all. Like, it doesn't make sense. Just end up just getting strict with myself. Like, hey girl, if you're scared of drawdown, you just shouldn't be trading. Like, you really got to be mentally strong to be able to trade. I feel like that's just the bottom line. You took it for a reason. Now trust yourself, trust the process, and just trust what you learned, what you taught yourself. You just got to have confidence. It's definitely psychology. Do I trade on a live account or a prop firm? So I have both. I have a prop firm and I have a live account. Take my trades on Trade-Evade. Oh, that's so cute. I take my trades on Trade-Evade, and on my prop firm, I use Top Step. I haven't used any other prop firm at the moment. I haven't really been interested in any other ones, because if it's not broke, why fix it? What resources would you recommend for beginners? I would recommend TradingView. I feel like TradingView is a good platform for paper trading, back testing, forward testing, ChatGPT. That's how I learned too. YouTube, you can definitely learn from a broad different amount of people on there as well. Social media, like find one good person that you love to listen to. People are successful and people do trade different things. Definitely find one good person that you like to listen to and get foundational knowledge from them. Obviously, should not be parking handicapped, but it's what it is. Thankfully, it stopped raining. Next question, do I execute market orders or limit orders? I rarely ever do limit orders. I just don't see the need. Well, I guess, I don't know. I always feel the need to manage my trade. Me personally, I know different strokes for different folks, but me personally, I feel way more comfortable managing my trade. I don't let it automatically fill me. I want to get in when I feel like the time is right, because even after it does the things that I need it to do, sometimes I'm still waiting to execute just because I want to see how that next candle is coming after my confirmation candle. I do market orders. I'm not going to lie. I rarely ever do limit. I don't think I ever did a limit order intentionally. I feel like way in the beginning, when I was still trying to figure out how to navigate and use the platform, I mistakenly entered a limit order, but I have not willingly taken a limit order. Top 3 things that are at my vision board for the year. So I'm a very intentional person. Even though I am very intentional, I try to also give God room to work too. I don't want to be so I want. I just kind of let it fall in my lap and kind of come to me. I feel like as children of God, we shouldn't chase things. We should only attract them. You kind of step into what's meant for you. You will know that it's meant for you when you can walk straight in it. Not saying that, of course, it wouldn't be challenges, because that's just life in general. I feel like when you're truly in your calling, things will come to you. You have like some goals like to hit, but I try to separate my goals per month, so it won't look so intimidating of looking off of like 1 year, like, oh my goodness, I have to get these things done before the year ends. Like the minor things, which is like holding my trades longer, letting my trades play out. One of my bigger goals is to make my win rate higher, to get a little bit more on the investment side. So into day trading and like scalping trades and everything, that I have not really put time into figuring out how to invest. So that is something that I do want to do this year, once I learn more about it, of course. So if y'all have any recommendations or any like tips and everything that you could do to do different investments, I'm all ears, because I definitely feel like you first have to be a good follower in order to be a good leader and to spread knowledge. And I'm not afraid to say that I do not mind listening to someone with wisdom. Feel like definitely people that stay in the game longer are people that feed from each other's success. I think this week I'm going to do a video explaining the trades that I took this week and why, like a full-on breakdown, so we can really get into some good stuff, because I haven't really posted on YouTube like that because it's so much editing. Doing this content stuff get real. Much editing, so much of all the things, but I'm grateful. It's such a blessing to be overwhelmed by things you once prayed for. So I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm going to put in the work so I can show up for y'all, and y'all can continue to learn something, gain something from it, take something from it, mix it with a little bit of something here, there, everywhere. You just never know who you may be reaching nowadays. You never know who is watching you. So I'm just going to continue to work and do what I came here for and what y'all came here for. This is just a few questions that I wanted to answer on my YouTube. This is it. It's been fun. It's been nice. I'm going to see y'all next time. And like always, stay blessed. Hope y'all have green weeks, and I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye.